Today we're making some giant peanut butter cups. Let's go. Hi, I'm Aleksa, sports dietitian, nutrition coach. Welcome to my channel, great to have you here. So we all know Reese's peanut butter cups. A lot of us really like them. A few of us probably don't like them at all. And some people absolutely love them. My brother is one of those. Well, today's video is for those that like or love peanut butter cups. I'm going to be making kind of like a bootleg homemade version, and it's these giant peanut butter cups, and it's something that I saw on TikTok that just looks so nice, so delicious, so easy to make. You only need 3 ingredients to make this recipe. So without further ado, let's get into the kitchen and whip some up. So this is all you'll need. Okay, you just need some peanut butter, anyone that you enjoy. It's going to need some chocolate chips or some chocolate or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You just need some melting chocolate. And you need some rice cakes or corn thins or any kind of those variations. I've gone with the thin version as you can see, but you can go for the thicker version as well. So let's show you what to do next. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out the chocolate chips for melting. Okay, so we're just going to measure this out. Now, how much to use? Well, it depends on how much chocolate you really like on your food products, but generally speaking for this recipe and for the macros and calories at the end, I've based it on that each of the giant peanut butter cups is going to have roughly 10 grams of chocolate. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean that I'm going to measure out exactly 10 grams per rice cake that I make. I'm going to make it a little bit more because when we actually dip it in, there's going to be some left over. And I've accounted for that to some degree. We can't have to be super perfect, but we can be close enough. So I'm going to give it a little bit more. So I'm going to make 4 rice cakes today. So I'm going to measure out, for 2 I usually use 30, so I'm going to measure out 60 grams of chocolate today for this recipe. But if you're making just 2, for example, which I did the other day, you'd measure out about 30 grams. That way you get 10 grams on each and you get some left over, which you can just wash away if you want. So let's measure out 60. Oops. We will take some out. Oh, close enough. Works. Yeah, the next step is we're going to have to put the peanut butter onto our rice cakes. Put it on there, zero it out, it's all good to go. Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to be using 4 today. Okay, so we just picked 4 of the finest corn thins. Okay, you want to choose the finest ones. You don't want to use the ones that are kind of crumbling because then you're not going to have a fun time with this next step. Okay, so we've got 4 of them and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so now it's time for assembly. Now you want to be careful with this because you don't want to break your corn thins, but if you do, just get another one. Now we're going to be going with 15 grams of peanut butter of your choice onto each rice cake. I found that that's like a nice sweet spot between not being too high in calories, but also being enough peanut butter to give you that peanut butter taste when you bite into one. Okay, so 15 grams is what I'm going to go for. But remember, with these recipes, you can up the peanut butter if you want. You can make it more peanut buttery. Just know the calories are going to go up. While this recipe is not the most high calorie, not the most lowest calorie recipe, and it does have a bit of high calories than you might expect compared to your traditional low calorie kind of healthy snacks, whatever, it's still a pretty reasonable choice when you consider the size of the snack, okay? But it's still gonna have some calories if you're using normal peanut butter. So with that said, let's get into it. Okay, so 15 grams, 11, there we go, 15 exactly. Oh, move these on the side there so I don't break them. Just take your time, there's no rush here, okay? Just take your time spreading it like that. If you want, you can leave a bit more of like a bolus, like a bowl or whatever you want to call, or peanut butter in the middle, but you don't have to. Just kind of spread it around like that. Hopefully you can see that properly. I mean, you're spreading peanut butter onto a rice cake. I'm sure you've done it before or something similar. Okay, there's one done. So I'll put that one to the side. And now with the magic of YouTube, there we go. Because you didn't need to watch me putting peanut butter on every single rice cake. You saw it once. That's enough. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you don't have to do this step. This one is really much an optional step, but I like to do it because it makes things a bit easier. This peanut butter, while it's not a very runny peanut butter, it's still got a bit of, stickiness to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Just about 10 to 15 minutes just to solidify the peanut butter a bit more for the next step, okay? Chocolate chips here are chilling just for now. So let's put this in the fridge and I'll be back with you in about 10 to 15 minutes.
1 hour later.
Okay, the 10 to 15 minutes are up. Now, as you can see, if you just touch it lightly, it's a lot less sticky, a lot more solidified. It's going to be way easier to deal with the chocolate. So with that said, let's show you what to do with the chocolate. With the chocolate, it's pretty easy. You get them, you put them in the microwave for about 60 seconds. They're good to go, and then we deal with it. So let's do that. And there it goes. So let's wait for that to finish. Okay, here we go. Nice and melted. So now what we do is pretty simple. Grab each of our peanut butter rice cakes and we dip it in. Oh. Now it gets a little messy and I did stuff up a bit. That's not supposed to happen, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so you got your knife here ready to go. And you just covered up the rest. That's it done. Now we're gonna put that one just on here actually for now. Okay, for the next one. Dip it in. If you've got something that's a bit bigger than this, what I've got used here, even better. Okay, you want something that you can dip it in and take it out very easily. This one, because of my big hands, it's a bit hard to kind of take it out easily, but it works. It does its job, as you can see. I think I'm doing quite a good job today. I don't think I'm doing too badly. Okay, now this one here as well. Just dip it in. That one didn't grab as much. As you get to the less chocolate, it does that, doesn't matter. Cover it up like this. There we go. And we'll drop this one in. You can also, you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it here. You could also, that one didn't do anything. You could also use like a spoon or a knife like this to grab some of the chocolate. The knife's not working that well, just bear with me and grab a spoon. Okay, so either way, whichever way you want to work. I think I grabbed more on some of these chocolates, if I can maybe grab some. Maybe did too much in there, but you'll see the point. Like, you do with what you will. Roughly speaking, it's gonna have that much chocolate on there. This one might just be the less fun one, okay? It's still gonna taste great, okay? We can't discriminate, okay? It's still, might be the ugly duckling in the group, but slowly but surely, it worked out pretty well, okay? So, doesn't matter, just have fun with it, okay? So, put that in there like that. Now, there is one more step that you can do. Okay, we'll put that to the side, look at the mess that I've made. There you go, that's what it should look like. There is one more step you can do, which I'm gonna do now, is you sprinkle a little bit of salt on there. I know it's not part of the free ingredients that I said to start, but it adds a little bit of extra flavor and it's very much optional for this one, but I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt. Okay, so as you see, I put a little bit of salt in there. You can use sea salt, you know, like sea salt flakes or something like that if you want a bit more fancier, but any salt works. You just want a little bit of salt there. You might be able to see it, not too much, just for a little bit of salty flavor against the chocolate. Yeah, so what we're gonna do with this now is we're just gonna pop it in the fridge for about 5 minutes. You don't need to do it too long, literally 5 minutes, and it's gonna be ready to go.
A few moments later.
And the peanut butter cups are ready, okay? So they're ready to go, nice and solidified, exactly how I need it, so let's lay them out. As you can see, this one probably had the most chocolate on there, hence why I kind of ran on that one. So just be careful with the way you distribute your chocolate. I'm just gonna put them on there. There we go. I'll make it nice and fancy and pile it up like that, okay? So just to show you what it looks like, as you can see, there's some peanut butter just peeking out of there. So I'm gonna do a taste test, tell you exactly what I think, give you the macros, give you the calories, and go from there. Okay, here we go. We've got the pile on the plate and it's ready to eat and I'm ready to taste it and tell you what I think. Even though I kind of already know what it tastes like, so it's for me to tell you how delicious it tastes. Okay, so as you can see, the size of it is like a giant peanut butter cup. So let's bite into one. Tastes so good. Now here's a little trick. You'd think, oh, this is surely the way you eat it, right? Kind of like if you were to put something on top of a rice cake. But no, what I've decided to do and what I've discovered is, if If you just flip it and eat it this way,
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
way better. So you get the chocolatey peanut butter taste before you get the rice cake, because you do taste the rice cake in it. Okay, it doesn't taste exactly like a peanut butter cup. That wasn't. It's just supposed to be like a mock recipe. But if you flip it like this, it's a little tip for you. You're gonna get a lot more of that flavor explosion. It's gonna taste way better. Just tastes so good. And the salt adds just something to it. Just tastes so good. And I'm eating all of these after I finish filming. But let's get into the macros and the calories. Most of the calories, this is not the most it's not like a macro friendly recipe. It's gonna have a little bit of protein and that sort of stuff, but it's more of like a treat. It's not even a super low calorie treat, so keep that in mind. So for this, one of these, okay, so for one of these, it's 170 calories, roughly speaking, 170. It's about 5 grams of protein. It's 15 grams of carbs, and it's about 10 grams of fats. So, it gives you 5 grams of protein from the peanut butter, because it is like normal peanut butter you're using, not like a weird fake one, something to put in candy. But it gives you about 170 calories, okay? So 170 calories per one of these large ones, which is roughly the size of, in terms of volume, I'd say it's roughly the size of 3 peanut butter cups. Okay, so one of these is the roughly size of 3 peanut butter cups. 2 peanut butter cups in the standard kind of pack you get, 2 peanut butter cups is about 210 calories. Roughly about the same amount of protein, more carbs, and about the same amount of fat, if I'm not mistaken. But from a calorie point of view, it's 210 versus 170 for one of these large ones. So yeah, that's your comparison, okay? That's how you can see how much more lower calorie this is, even though it's not a super low calorie thing. It is like a treat still, but it's a delicious treat, super easy, way cheaper than peanut butter cups, and you can make it easily at home, and it tastes really nice. So yeah, in terms of taste, as you can see, I'm just chowing down on these. In terms of taste, it's a winner. To me, it's like a really solid recipe. So I'm really glad I stumbled upon this TikTok video. I can't remember where it was. It was like a week or two ago. I stumbled upon it, and I was like, I had to make this. Such a simple recipe. So yeah, I want you to try it yourself. Okay, try it yourself. Tag me at The Climbing Dietitian on either Facebook or Instagram when you post it. If you post it, of course, so I can see your creations. But also let me know in the comments below, okay? Let me know in the comments below. Did you like this recipe? And also, what kind of recipes would you like me to make more next time? Okay, so let me know in the comments below, and I can put that onto the list. And remember to subscribe to this video if you haven't already done so, as well as hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's recipe. And until next time, see you later. Have a good one. Stay classy as always.